Hello from Ahead Initiatives, Calcutta. Let me share what localization means to us. Our work is in rural Bengal, Orissa, and Jharkhand, three states in eastern India, where we work in more than 600 villages, reaching out directly to about 15,000 families. For them, both hunger and livelihoods are critical, paramount issues. Localization to us means fostering village communities to be self sufficient in food and nutrition, sustaining their local economy and sources of livelihood, and offering children opportunities within the community while retaining their traditions, customs, and practices. Localization should thus make villagers economically secure and thereby give them the freedom to plan, decide, and control their lives for their overall well being. Localization should help them deter and resist encroaching urban influences and unsustainable lifestyles while challenging some of their own traditional values and like patriarchy and casteism. So why is localization important? With plaguing poverty issues, natural resources under threat, the education system in shambles, efforts to migrate to urban areas proving futile, more so after the pandemic, and the support from the state government limited, often non-responsive, and ineffective. Localization is the only way for the rural communities to acquire food sovereignty, economic security, and sense of well-being. It's the only way for them to wrest back control over their lives and livelihoods, to retain their identities and preserve their pride. So how do we go about promoting and practicing localization? Our focus is on community-driven local governance, which would help the village community to prioritize, plan, and decide on all initiatives that impact every one of them. We encourage a more participative engagement between these all-inclusive community structures and the existing state government's local bodies called panchayats. Then they can be an extension to the panchayats and not just have a few villagers elected to them as it is now. Only then the plans would have far more purpose and the funds and schemes won't stay wasted as it quite often does. While AHEAD offers local relevant skills and tactical support funds, its role is catalytic and facilitative. The whole idea is to enable a productive and sustainable partnership between the community and the local government bodies. To sustain the efforts, we mainstream the initiatives through local government ownership, helping the villagers not just access resources that are rightfully theirs, but ensuring its responsible use. While it is undeniable that we need to see a sea change in education, we have first focused on actualizing the lip service paid to the role of the local government and the communities in making learning locally relevant and experiential. We helped introduce school gardens and garden-based learning, adoption of local crafts, and exposures to their traditions, their local history, and their culture. More than 60% of the children are not able to complete senior school, and even when some do, they face a hopeless future, especially the girls. We provide them natural resource management skills that can help them enhance their basket of livelihood activities and bring back a sense of purpose in their lives. So what do we dream for the future? For centuries, till colonization took place, each community had their own systems of governance. Many had vibrant community-level structures called Sholoana, which simply meant that all families were part of it and everybody had to agree to any decision that impacted the community's life. In Bengal, there used to be a common space, often the temple grounds or what they called Archala, where villagers met to reflect on life, decide on plans and decisions for their livelihood and well-being, nurture arts, crafts, and artisanal skills, impart village-centric education to children, as well as hold cultural and spiritual events, besides smoke their local cigarettes, drink tea, and maybe some local wine. Our dream is to encourage the community to revive this space, consider the need to re-examine their lives, especially the ongoing delocalization, and decide on what their lives ought to be really about. We dream of the community taking ownership and supporting lifelong and creative learning for everyone in the community, in and through this space, so that they are independent and free from non-local, non-indigenous influences. Thank you.